Just three jobbers. Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Dirty Kev, the one and only. Yeah, boy. And then we got Max. Give your shout out. I don't know.
I'm repping out my 5-year-old Kevin Owens t-shirt.
Yeah, hell yeah, man.
So it's my favorite t-shirt. He's my favorite wrestler, and yeah.
That must be kind of rough for you right now.
No, I'm pretty happy. He beat Angel Garza last night in Ross. I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah, good point. And hey, we got the returning, the missing, the guy, the heartbreak kid, Mustafa.
I'm back, baby. I'm back better than ever.
The mischievous dude. Mustafa Abdallah.
I'm back better than ever. So
yeah. He just got done crying for the last hour. That's why his voice is like that right now. But he's okay. He's ready.
We cheered him up, and he's back and ready to podcast.
Yeah, we're going to podcast. We're doing this for you guys, not for us. Doesn't matter what's going on out there. We're doing this because we love wrestling, and it brings positivity. Now, the question of the day is, are we thinking we go over Backlash here? Or are we thinking we go over Monday Night Raw? What do you think, Max and Moose?
Backlash.
I think we can easily go over both.
Let's just go over both. All right, let's go into Backlash.
Backlash –
Start off, Max.
Backlash was a great show. I don't know where else you start besides the great Edge and Randy Orton. I don't know I think it was. I'd say definitely the best match since COVID started, and probably the best match of the year so far. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to be said. Moose, what did you think of this match?
I mean, that match was unreal. Like, no matter COVID, no matter what, like, that match is literally it was unreal. Like,
yeah,
45-minute match pretty much of kickouts. Like, that's what a wrestling match should be. Like, if anyone thinks differently, that's stupid because that's literally what wrestling's all about.
I'm gonna run off of this. Sorry, Moose, you want to finish your point?
I'm just saying that's what wrestling is all about. Is about two guys going at it, having a great match. They went 45 minutes. 45 minutes, and like what was it? He kicked out a fucking two
spears and an RKO,
and then a punt to finish it off. A punt. That's 2008 Randy Orton. Randy Orton's back, and he's here to stay. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, man. And to bounce off of that, I mean, the one thing that's kind of nice about that match is, again, we were kind of talking about it. It's like that old school kind of slower style, like the John Cena Triple H-esque match, era. And it did fire up. There were moments where I'm like, holy shit, this is back. Like, you can tell this isn't what we see today. So not a lot of leg slapping, not a lot of,
except for that punt.
Except for that punt, which is a nod to all those guys. That's why, it's –
yeah.
But, hey, it's funny as hell. But, dude, Randy Orton just proved it that he, doesn't care. He'll be 50 years old and probably can put on a potential 5-star match. It was great.
That's what he said. He said he wants to keep wrestling. He just turned 40 2 days ago, and he says he wants to keep going until his 50th birthday. That's when he was going to retire.
I mean, dude, Randy Orton is the most naturally gifted athlete. Like, I don't know. Like, that match made me realize, like, holy shit, Randy Orton can go with anyone. And this is because, Max, since you and I have been watching, dude, first match we watched together was him and Brock Lesnar. Okay, well, he got elbowed his head in, and then it just always seems to be a lot of shortcomings, and it seemed like either he was just kind of like, I don't know, coasting, and it just seems like right now, like he's so pivotal to Monday Night Raw.
Randy Orton is still the legend killer. Kills the legend of Edge, and we're going to keep going because he's the legend killer.
No,
what do you think? What are your thoughts, Max?
But I think what this definitely showed me is that Randy Orton is – because for me, as we've kind of spoken about, I never thought Randy Orton lost a step, so to speak. Maybe he held himself back a little bit, but he always had purpose. And this it showed his, I don't know what the right word is, excellence, his poise, how everything he does means something.
It shows the difference between him and most of everyone out there today.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, there's a reason he's the legend. He's one of the greatest of all time.
Absolutely right. And like just the psychology of the match was just so important. I mean, throughout the whole thing there was attacking the body parts. There was him attacking Edge's neck throughout the entire thing, which was, mixed with, big spots and kickouts. That's also old school, like, psychology-based wrestling, which is so, it's the basics that gets everybody invested because Edge is the neck surgery. And then you also have Edge, who is, I don't want to discredit Edge because he, put in a great match, especially with at some point tearing his triceps at some point. I'm not sure when, but you couldn't really tell. He kept performing like a true champ, and he kind of attacked the shoulders of Randy Orton, doing the crossface, doing the arm breakers. I mean, there was a lot of submissions in this match, which was really different for Randy Orton match. Really, unless he's wrestling like a submission specialist, he's not going to be in a submission heavy match, and it wasn't primarily submissions, but it was smart submissions. Like, it really made sense. The thing that I liked most about it was the entire story made sense. There was nothing that felt out of place in the entire match, and it felt like it deserved the 45 minutes. And I think people that are saying that it's being looked down upon because it was hyped up as the greatest wrestling match ever and it wasn't that match are kind of missing the point that was a marketing factor. This still was an amazing match. This is still a 5-star match.
I never thought I'd see this out of them, honestly. This is their best match they've ever had together. Let's be frank about it. I mean,
yeah, definitely miles ahead of WrestleMania. And
I remember the first time they tried wrestling, dude. I don't know if you're watching this time, Max, but
I was younger. I was a lot younger. I think
Edge tore something.
Very possible. I think I probably have seen their matches before, but I was probably 12 or 13, so like I'd have to go back and rewatch because I don't have that memory that great. I remember very few matches from that kind of time period. But
do you remember that, Moose? Were you watching then?
Yeah.
Like Edge was drafted to Raw and he speared Randy Orton and everyone freaked out.
Yeah.
Because it was like supposed to be a face move and then he got injured and then he came back as a heel and everyone's like, no, he should have been a face. And then he came back as a face in 2011 when he won the Royal Rumble.
And then had to retire.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why I have that in my head.
What a shame. What a shame that his second match back, his first real wrestling match, he tears his tricep.
Can we talk
7 to 8 moves.
It also just shows how hard. It just shows how hard that is, though, Max.
Oh, completely. To be his age and to get into a ring for a 45-minute match, it's definitely not easy on the body. But, I think since it's a tricep injury, nothing wrong with his neck, no concussion like it's injuries, obviously, is what we've heard.
Yeah.
He's going to come back better than ever, I'm sure. I know it's probably going to be 7 or 8 month recovery.
You know how motivated he probably is?
Can we talk about that Sheamus and Jeff Hardy match? I don't care. That match was unreal. Like, Sheamus is back.
Moose is ready to move on. I love
it. and Jeff Hardy, even though he's old, 45, whatever he is now, he's still got it.
Yeah, how about this? I'm gonna go right back into that. I just want to just get ratings. What do you guys rate the match for their greatest match ever?
5. That was a 5-star. I don't care.
It was a 5 for me too. Honestly, I would put it up there as a 5.
Yeah, I'm giving it a 5.5.
Wow, that's awesome, man. All right, well, yeah, and again, people are gonna critique it. I think the point of it was that they actually, it wasn't the greatest of all time. I guess, like people like to
obviously
say, but
not.
I've never could have expected this. Like I'm telling you guys, like that was pure euphoria.
There's a lot of things that could have gone wrong. And so much. It was crisp, and everyone's, it was recorded, of course.
It was a great match, but greatest of all time is Randy Orton's no Shawn Michaels. He's close, but he's no Shawn Michaels.
Well, he's more of like I'd say he's his own league. I think he created a Randy Orton, like he's a 10-time champion, like 11, 12 times,
13 or 14.
I'm just saying, if Shawn Michaels never broke his back in 1998. You would have seen many way better matches than that.
Huge prediction. I could see Randy Orton beating Ric Flair for the most titles over John Cena. John Cena is going to end up not getting it over 16. It's like Randy Orton, and it'd be like
it's definitely a chance.
It's evolution. It's evolution.
He needs four more over 10 years. He can do that.
17 is the number to beat, right?
Next year at Mania.
Is he the guy who's going to take it from Randy?
Next year at Mania, John Cena versus Randy Orton. Randy Orton's going to beat
No.
Drew McIntyre. He's going to lose at SummerSlam to Randy
Not
Orton.
interested.
I do think that is going to be a Mania match, though. It is going to be a match someday where I think it's been about 10 years since they've been in a match together.
Maybe in like 3 years, but I think that I think right now they got to focus on Randy and John wrestling younger talent, like getting those matches that they've never had before.
Right. I agree. All right. So then, we both love that match, though. Let's go into Moose's point with Jeff Hardy. Okay. So, Moose, anything else you wanted to add about the Jeff Hardy and Sheamus match?
That match was honestly probably my second favorite match of the show. Other than third favorite besides Lashley and Drew. But literally,
that was a good match.
Literally, they showed out. Jeff Hardy shows that he still got it, and Sheamus. I feel like SmackDown is overlooking Sheamus. I feel like he needs to be a main eventer because it's like Sheamus, the bro kick. Like he's an unreal talent. He's got abs now too. He's better. He's better than what he was on the bar. Like literally.
Yeah. No, Moose essentially is saying everything, but like the Spark Notes version, bulleted out from what we said on Sunday when we were listening to that match. I'm kidding, Moose.
Kevin said, because I disagree.
Because I actually think it was a good match too. But here's the thing about it is just like, honestly, I honestly was pretty impressed by it. I thought it was and I thought Sheamus looked really good. I agree with the Moose. Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't a bad match, but it wasn't overly great. It was, I'd give it like a 3.25 maybe.
It was a good showing for Jeff.
The biggest problem is, it wasn't a bad showing for Jeff, but the problem is that Jeff Hardy lost.
It's still good for fucking 45-year-old
Can I speak for a second? Jeff Hardy lost, and the whole storyline was that he can't get over his demons. He's trying to get over his demons of drugs and alcohol and fight past those. And Sheamus is trying to bring those back up and saying he's not a man. And then Sheamus, the bully, is the one who comes out on top of this match after, a month-long
because they got to have somebody stop the bully. They're going to have somebody stop the bully. They don't want to be like, he overcame. Now this is part of the story, Max.
Yeah, Braun's going to stop the bully.
But why are you bringing in other people to fight somebody else's problems?
He's going to move on. He's just going to move on from it, I think.
See, it doesn't make sense for the storyline. If this is the end of the feud, then it's a really bad ending, in my opinion, honestly.
I feel
what do you want more?
I wanted Jeff Hardy to win.
So did I, but you can't do anything more than have Jeff Hardy you can't have
Jeff Hardy wins, then they're done.
I just think that you have to think about this. I think that they probably feel like they owe Sheamus like a decent singles run. He's debuted and he's just been floundering a little bit. It just kind of helps him a little bit with this win. Jeff Hardy, who hasn't been really he's floundering as well, but being a face and just with him having that drug alcoholic, background, it is going to be much easier for him to convey. And especially when you do a slow burn, just, the anticipation of waiting for a moment to happen. I'm just saying, I could see it with Sheamus. They've had him win. Jeff Hardy's lost more than he's won.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point. Is that
they wanted to make it slow.
Showing that
right away. He didn't need it.
He's not. You really think this is gonna keep going? Because if it does, that's
Sheamus is gonna move on probably to
Then what is the point of this whole thing? If Jeff Hardy looks like a loser who can't fight his demons, who can't fight a bully,
he can't fight his demons. The reason he was drugged. It was shown on TV that he was drugged.
What do you mean? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about.
So it wasn't him doing. Yes, he's fine. Him losing a match does not.
The match is the antithesis of the feud.
No, it's not.
Of his demons, of his drug problems, and that was getting overcome.
I doubt it. Honestly, I doubt it. Probably not.
Okay, so I just think that was a really bad call booking wise to have him lose. That's what I personally believe.
What do you do when you have Jeff Hardy go after the title? When you have
I'm not saying that.
So what is?
It's a feud. It's not the number one contenders match.
I'm saying, when you need to kind of assume when there's Jeff Hardy, legend, and Sheamus, legend, their main events, they're starting off shows, that winner of this could get potentially pushed into the main event. That's all I'm saying.
Maybe, except also when The Fiend is coming back on Friday. It's pretty
No
unlikely they're
guarantee
going
the
to have over
Fiend's
the
going to win the
Fiend.
title. Do you think he's going to win the
I
title?
didn't say win. I said I think he's going to wrestle Braun for
Okay, then they can go after. They'll do maybe. I bet at Extreme Rules or at SummerSlam they're going to do like a ladder match between Sheamus and Jeff. I don't think it's over. I don't know why I said that.
The Fiend's good, but I don't think
A
he's.
ladder match for what?
That's just what it's known. That's what Jeff does. So it could
Hey.
be
There's
like
no
a
title, so there's no ladder match.
WWE. This has been weird already. So it could be like for a piss test, Max. Like I don't know. I could just see that.
Well, I hope they don't continue the feud because their chemistry isn't amazing.
Then what do you want?
All I gotta say, what I want is I don't want Fiend to win the title. It's kind of bullshit, honestly.
No, it's not. Fiend totally deserves it, I think.
Yeah, completely.
But this is a Backlash and you know what, this is in regards to it. Yeah, I mean, dude, the
Bray Wyatt was the closest to beating Braun Strowman as Bray Wyatt himself. Now imagine the Fiend against Braun Strowman.
Mm-hmm.
Fiend should theoretically be able to beat Braun Strowman because Bray Wyatt
to build him
person almost did.
They're doing what they did with like the Undertaker back in the day. Essentially, is you have him, run the show for a while, be on SmackDown, but you can't overproduce him, right? Like how we're bitching about, like Charlotte. You can't do that.
That was also 37. That was also like 35-year-old Undertaker though.
It was 40, like 5 Undertaker.
Yeah, even worse.
What do you mean? What are you saying?
45-year-old
that was like his prime. Was like his best.
That's when he was putting on
his best Undertaker was 2003. I don't care what anyone says. 2003 is the best Undertaker. Look it up.
No. When he was the champion, I'd say when he was the champion in 2008 was the best. And I don't want to get
2008 to 2013 was the best years.
2003 is the best Undertaker.
What? When he was Biker Taker?
Like it was like before he
was
like
near the end of that, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the end
of
it was the end of American Badass.
I didn't think he was good at all. We're not getting into that.
He was the best shape. He was in the best shape.
Quit with your attitude, ruthless aggression, bullshit.
He was not in the best. Look at the real.
Look at the
Undertaker
look at the
was
truth.
In the best shape of 2008, like that era, 2007.
His most proclaimed matches of his entire career happened in 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012.
Triple H. Watch wrestling.
Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania.
This is 2 years ago, but 2 years before that. Watch 2001 WrestleMania 17. Triple H versus fucking Undertaker.
This is a hostile episode. All right, don't even
probably.
Let's move on. Let's move on.
Kev Moose, I'll say this, and then we'll be done. Maybe even great match. I haven't seen it in a while. I've seen it one time, but it's a while. But it doesn't have any one bit of the story that WrestleMania 27 and 28 against Triple H did. Undertaker versus Triple H, the same exact matchup with a better story and with a better execution in the ring. Are we losing Moose?
No. I'm just gonna mute Moose for a second.
Okay. He probably does need to get muted for a little bit. He needs to be put in a timeout.
A little argumentative right now.
All right, let's talk about something I think we agree on is maybe Lashley versus Drew.
Thank you. All right, now, Moose, I want you to go into this one first. This is yours. Tell us what you thought of this. All right.
I think we lost Moose.
Not. I think we lost Moose.
I think we lost Moose.
Yeah.
Okay, try to mute him or whatever, but I think we're still good here with us. So I guess I'll go into it a little bit.
Yeah.
And I kind of tweeted that, like, obviously Edge and Randy Orton deserved all the credit for putting on that main event and really showing out.
Yeah.
But I think people are not over. That's the hardest thing with that being the booked as greatest wrestling match ever is that Drew and Lashley had an awesome championship match that is being a little bit overlooked, really, truthfully.
That was the best Lashley match. I can't believe he put a good match on with Lashley, who hasn't been able to honestly put anything out of us, like emotion-wise. Sure. I feel like when watching
absolutely Lashley's best match since he came back. It might be his best match in WWE of all time.
And what's nice is that I noticed when because of that match, I enjoyed it so much that when I watched Monday Night Raw, I thought, a segment with Lashley? Okay, cool. So, Moose is gone. All right, he can join us again. He'll get on. But yeah, I agree with you, man. I just think that Drew McIntyre is smart. Honestly, it's smart to keep him as champion. I thought Lashley was actually going to take it. I think Lashley could use it right now, and then they, but it's whatever. I guess maybe they want to keep whoever is the WWE champion. They want to keep because they've been really, I feel like, building to really build that championship back up. I remember I was doing research just to see how many WWE champions there have been in the last like 6 years, and is substantially lower compared to like 10 years before. Like,
there's been a lot of long reigns. Brock has held it for a long time.
AJ
Styles had a long reign. Damn, Bryan had like a 6-month reign, and then Kofi had like a 6-month reign.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, if my math is all close to
Jinder also had it for like 6 months.
I mean, they've really done a good job of keeping this belt specifically on the talent and giving them a sustained championship run, which I think is really, great for the talent, obviously, but it also just makes us look at the championship as truly legit, which maybe
you're the best. Yeah. And they've been doing a good job of putting the best guy in the spot. Drew, I think he's been doing a great job representing the
star.
WWE.
Yeah. He's the star of the company. I mean, maybe Randy Orton is the best wrestler going right now in the company just because he's so hot and because
that's why they got to put them together, right? Drew and him are going to be. That has to be the SummerSlam.
That's the only thing that makes sense. Yeah, I think they. Oh my God, Moose is texting us.
Keep going.
Sorry, I got thrown off. Because I truly don't think they rush. They should not rush the match into Extreme Rules. They should. Moose keeps texting. I'm sorry. They need to save for SummerSlam. So I don't know what they do in the time period in between. If they give, like, what they give Randy and what they give Drew at Extreme Rules, I assume they both have to be on the card. Maybe, but I mean,
I could see Jeff Hardy like being brought over to like
that's
Raw.
On SmackDown.
No, I could see WWE just being like, oh, screw with Logic again. Let's just bring Jeff Hardy into this mix now somehow, because he's the last one of that group. Matt Hardy was part of it. I don't know. I doubt it happens.
Jeff versus Randy Orton.
It would make no. He's the last of like that. Like, but like, remember this entire thing is going through like their past together with Edge, and I don't think they want to give it up yet. But whatever. Whatever. Let's keep going with this. What were you saying?
I think one name that could be the title challenger at Extreme Rules that is the only guy besides Randy Orton who I think saves for SummerSlam that makes sense is Kevin Owens, really, on Raw. When I'm looking at people that are there, I mean, Seth's already had his chance. Lashley's now had his chance. That's what makes sense to me. Are we?
No, dude. It seems like they're keeping him in the U.S. title, like in the U.S. title field.
Yeah, but who else on Raw could theoretically be? I mean, he's former Universal Champion. He's like 5-time U.S. champion, former tag team champion.
Right, but they're not presenting him in that way at all right now.
Well, I mean, he just had a huge match at WrestleMania where he beat Seth Rollins. I mean,
I could see somehow it's going to keep going, like somehow. Like, this is almost going to be. No,
I'm not saying that they need to push Kevin Owens immediately to main event. I'm just saying theoretically, he's the only one that has the credibility to wrestle Drew right now on Raw.
I agree.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that.
I know what you mean.
Is the top talent. I'm not saying that.
But that's the issue is that they're not presenting him in that way right now like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think with his injury and because I think they had a plan for him, and maybe it was to get the U.S. Championship from Andrade instead of Apollo, and they kind of had to go around that because of that injury, his ankle injury at WrestleMania. So
plus he also had injury. You're right, it was the injury. I thought he was sitting out, but you're right, he was injured.
Yeah, it was the injury. So that kind of took him off the shelf for a month and a half or so right after WrestleMania. So I think they're just trying to figure out how to integrate him back in. They're trying to have him work with these younger talents, but I don't know what the long-term game is, but he's definitely somebody they want consistently on Raw. They just have to figure out what they want to do with him, I think.
Yeah. No, that's true. But other than that, I mean, is there any other match you want to talk about from Backlash? And then we could even go into Raw. I mean, that's kind of what we're kind of like piecing together, I feel like, right now.
Yeah, we are. Because, I mean, Kevin Owens, we kind of just pieced together. He also beat on Angel Garza with Angel Garza and Andrade kind of teasing their official breakup. I
just think Kevin Owens should have a bigger role right now, maybe. Maybe that's it? Maybe a bigger emphasis on Kevin Owens right now?
I 100% agree. I mean, give him a KO show. Put him in a decent mid-card feud. I mean,
give him a feud he can,
give him an actual feud, not just like not a tertiary feud that he has with Angel Garza. I mean, which I liked what he did with putting Angel Garza.
He's breaking up that group.
Yeah, so like, I mean, and he's helping Apollo. I mean, he's building himself up as a face, but I want him to sink his teeth into something more.
Yeah, and Apollo looks like he might be turning. Nah, we can go into that. I mean, let's go into my. Let's just start with that. Honestly, I think that's interesting. Like the whole MVP faction.
Before we move from Backlash,
okay,
the triple threat women's tag team championship match was the third best match on the show.
Oh, okay.
It was a great opener.
That was a good match.
It was a great opener, and it basically was 6 of the best women putting everything out on the table.
True.
Iconics have shown they've worked harder to
Nikki
get better.
Cross,
better
maybe not, but
Nikki Cross is better.
Not top
Alexa
6.
Bliss.
She's good.
No, I didn't say. Okay, I said 6 of the best. I didn't say the top 6.
Yeah.
I think that's what I meant to say at least.
I got you.
So I don't know. I thought it was perfect that Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss took the win, took the pin. I mean, but I thought the Iconics looked very strong, and they kind of almost as if they were like fluked out of the win, which was continued up on Raw.
Mm-hmm.
That they're wrestling next Monday for the Tag Team Championship, which is the match I'm looking forward to. So
yeah,
I think that they've done a really good job in this kind of time period. Now they're all taping, at the same place for Raw and SmackDown, of giving the women's tag team championships a lot more eyes on it, being on almost every show every week.
Which will help prolong like the women's championship reign for Bayley, because it seems like they're going to keep the title on Bayley for a while.
Yeah, I mean, she had it before WrestleMania, didn't she? She had
it. She's had it since October, dude. Since like
I thought it was a really long feud. Yeah. Yeah.
They're waiting for a live show for Sasha to take it from Bayley.
I think so too.
Yeah, that's what makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I think Iconics beating them could be getting the start of that. And
yeah.
Happens.
No, yeah.
Also, they're wrestling Tegan Nox and Shotzi Blackheart on Wednesday on NXT tomorrow.
Which I like. I'm glad they did that. I'm glad they're
so do I. So do I.
Unfortunately, I couldn't see the Iconics doing that, but I like that these women wrestlers are, because they're good at wrestling. They're very good.
Definitely good. I think they did. I think the Iconics did.
I don't know. I'm just saying the women are stepping up. Then Sasha Banks and Bayley are stepping up. Charlotte's stepping up. All right, here we go. Monday Night Raw, dude. Let's start it off with the Monday Night Raw. We're going out tonight. Yeah, we get done every night. Yeah.
Oh, come on. Don't bring us back to 2012. We got to do Legendary if we're going to talk theme song.
Legendary. Yeah, dude. So, dude, we're looking at this right now. I think it would start off, and let's just think about this. So now Randy Orton and freaking Christian. That's how you do an episode of it. You start them at the beginning and you end the episode with that kind of a climax.
Yeah,
Moose, Max, tell me what you guys thought. I don't think Moose can talk. But
I think Moose is frozen. I think Moose's Wi-Fi is on the fritz.
Yes.
I can talk. And yeah, you're absolutely right. The way they kind of pitched this throughout the night was perfect. So they had started with obviously the promo and then Edge calling Christian out, which got everybody hyped up because why are they going to leave this unopened? Okay.
Moose, can you hear us?
I can hear you, but my shit's fucked up. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, but we want. Yeah, what do you want here? Do you want to say something about? Do you want to add to Max's point at all about the beginning of Raw?
Yeah, it was super cool. Raw was probably one of the best shows since probably 2 years ago. It was probably the best Raw in 2 years, to be honest.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. That's an interesting take.
I got 2 words. Fuck you, Messiah. Hope you're watching. You suck. You don't know anything about wrestling. You're soft, and you're a bitch.
Oh, the Twitter account. Oh.
You see that dude that he's like, it's a tad long. I was like, tad long, bro? What do you mean?
The British, man. All right. So we got 10 minutes left of this.
Yeah. So I don't know about the best show in 2 years, but I did think it was a really, really good Raw. It was the same kind of feeling I got from that Raw where Apollo Crews won the United States Championship a few weeks ago, where there's a lot of meaning to everything moving forward. Natalia's little fall was picked back up. Christian had the storyline throughout, which continued. Randy Orton.
Can I say something to Natalia? Natalia, you can tell when she has to read a script, she's so bad at acting. Like she always is like, oh my gosh, why did you have to come at me like that? Oh, where are you gonna be going next week on Monday Night Raw? Or what about last night on Backlash, free on WWE Network? Oh, like that's how she sounds to me.
Well,
It's
I
annoying.
mean,
Sorry, I just remember hearing that, and I just think, God, come on, Natalia, you've been there for 10 years. You can do better than that.
no, you're probably right, but I mean, I'm interested in her being with Lana now because now I guess we can fly through a lot of things. Lashley and Lana are getting a divorce.
Yep, getting a divorce. That's going to be really interesting and definitely.
I hope there's just nothing more to it. I think they just get a divorce off screen and they just Lashley continues to be a beast and Lana goes off with Natalia with a little La Natalia tag team. Maybe a name idea. Who knows? Yeah. So I mean, there's purpose to everything, but there's nothing but the highlight of Christian versus Randy Orton throughout the night. Christian mulling over his ideas and finally leading up to the unsanctioned match, short as it was. I mean,
yeah.
What a moment! Truthfully, I was just shocked.
Yeah, dude. This is Randy Orton right now is the best Randy Orton he's ever been. One of the best. Like this version of him it's got a purpose. It's got a clear direction. And well, clear direction in the sense. Oh, I guess not really clear. I don't really know what's gonna happen with it. He just keeps killing everyone that's related to Edge.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, who knows what's gonna happen? I mean, maybe he just starts showing SmackDown for no reason and just punts Jeff Hardy, or I mean, who knows?
I think I don't know, but like it's consistent. His mic work, man. You can just tell like the way he's slow when he talks. Like this is the best he's been. Maybe it's because it is this he's not like in an open arena, so it is kind of easier for him. He can talk slow into a mic and everyone's listening.
Yeah.
Kind of a thing. So this has been helping his career a ton, I feel like, because people can be like, oh, Randy Orton's boring. He doesn't, he just doesn't, like he doesn't have all this emphasis and all this insane charisma trying to show. He's a snake. He's the viper. He's right now, he's one of the best versions of himself he's ever been.
No, you're absolutely right. And I am just, as a kid when I was 10 years old, Randy Orton was my favorite wrestler because I loved him as a heel. I was, the little 10-year-old, 12-year-old Mark kid who was obsessed with Randy Orton because he was a heel and I loved him being a badass and I wanted John Cena.
And he was young compared to everyone else.
Yeah, he was still young at the time and he had his lackeys, Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase Jr. and I loved it. So I love he's getting back to that type of character, Legend Killer, with the punt, which was my favorite thing as a little kid. Because I loved Randy and the punt was just so I thought he literally killed people. I was like, this is the most legit move. And he still sells the shit out of that punt. I mean,
I just love wrestling.
What? What just happened?
Moose might have the worst internet I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, well, we hope you guys are getting through this episode all right, despite Moose's internet problems.
I just muted him. Don't worry.
Yeah. Okay. That's probably
keep going. Keep going.
Yeah, but I mean that was really the highlight to the show. I like Drew. I mean, I like Drew's stuff with R-Truth and Lashley. I mean, it was fun, but I'm excited to see where he goes next. I don't think another match with Lashley makes sense, but
I feel like Extreme Rules are almost making this very like a Passover. Like, I hope they don't go lazy with it. Hopefully
I think they might do a rematch of Bobby versus Drew.
Yeah, and somehow have like R-Truth and MVP in it somehow or something like that. I don't know.
Maybe. I like the Apollo kind of turning or hinting at turning.
Hinting at it, yeah. Isn't that kind of crazy?
I mean, that was what was interesting is he held the rope against Shelton Benjamin, a guy who hasn't been on Raw in a month and a half or whatever.
Yeah.
Very interesting. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe he lines himself with MVP, which kind of would make sense. That's who he's been talking to, so.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what the game plan is. It seems like because MVP's going around looking for Shelton Benjamin too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It could be something. I don't know if it's gonna be like a Nations of what was it called? The Nation
of Domination.
Nation of Domination. Yeah. I don't know if it'll be anything like that. Could be. That'd be kind of cool, especially with everything going on, I guess. But I don't know.
When New Day was getting together at first, when New Day was getting together at first before they took them off TV for a while. They started putting them together on TV as a Nation of Domination type group. And I think they like that idea. So I'm interested to see what they would make it look like. But I think I think it's almost out of date to do something like that. I think they need to more just have him have MVP. I love that he dresses in a suit. He looks like a legit businessman who's like a manager, and he's almost not on Paul Heyman level, but he's almost getting to that type of.
And what's wild, dude, is he was like furloughed apparently, so he's not like he was supposed
producer.
to be a producer. So like he's essentially earned his spot. There's no reason. He has no reason to be doing like this high. I don't know. I like it wrestling wise, but he still is. And
all the respect
awesome
to MVP.
As a manager.
All the respect to MVP. He has killed it since coming
Nobody
back to
expected
Rumble.
that at coming into 2020.
Who would have thought he would be a major
part of the most random
feud.
Add that to 2020. Jesus, that's insane.
Exactly. I'm
and then I guess
I'm happy to see it. So
yeah, and then if we do want to go over another one, the tag team division, the Viking Profits plus Big Show.
Yeah, that was
versus Tozawa's League of Ninjas.
Yeah. I just wanted to see the huge ninja, the huge 7'3" guy. I wanted him to get in some action. He didn't do anything.
They're saving it for SummerSlam. I bet it's gonna be at SummerSlam or at like Extreme Rules, like a 5-on-5 match.
Oh my God.
Hey, at least it's Big Show. At least it's Big Show in the tag team division, not like in like the main event scene. So I'll take that.
Yeah, that's right.
Just helps it. He's gonna help him get along with it. It's kind of insane how this like what is going on with the tag team division. Honestly,
I know. I mean, I don't even know if there's any other tag teams on Raw. I mean, are there? I mean, besides like the Disciples and
AOP.
Yeah, AOP.
But they're injured, but yeah.
So it's definitely interesting what they've decided to do, and they've drawn it out, and there's definitely some entertaining parts to it still. I mean, the Ninjas, they definitely got a laugh out of me. I didn't think they'd continue with it, but Kira Tozawa, I mean, it's pretty funny when he's doing his ninja type thing. I don't know.
Vince keeps giving him a chance. I think it's because Vince knows that like Tozawa's like a future R-Truth.
Yeah. Well, also Tozawa, just like R-Truth, can get it done in the ring. He's a really good wrestler. So I mean, Vince knows that, and maybe doesn't see all the money in the world in him, but he's trying to find a place for him to get over, or to do something
and be on TV.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, that was the Monday Night Raw and Backlash kind of mixed review between us three jobbers. Unfortunately, Moose, mostly two jobbers. Moose, unfortunately, his internet was just kind of weird, and he was heartbroken all day.
Got a few good arguments before his internet went out. Thank God.
Yeah. That guy, he's funny comedy. But hey, everybody, follow us at YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our videos here, and subscribe again, and then follow us. Follow us on Twitter. Max, what's your Twitter again?
Max_Zwak, and our podcast Twitter is just 3 jobbers with the number 3.
All right. Peace out, everybody. Love you guys. Thank you for listening. See ya.